Nvidia joins the $1 trillion club. Welcome to IRL Media News. I'm your host, Chris Thompson. And today we're diving into the world of companies that have reached a $1 trillion market capitalization and how one particular company, Nvidia, has risen to get a taste of the highlight. We'll explore the background on Nvidia and how it's got its start, and how companies such as Nvidia influence market capitalization, and what potential patterns or advantages can be spied to determine a company's net worth. All that and more on today's episode of IRL Media News. Let's get into it. Before we jump in, I'd like to take a moment to ask you to like this video and subscribe to our new channel. We're new to the YouTube algorithm, but we've heard it likes it when you subscribe. The last thing we want to do is offend our new AI overlords, so please subscribe. Please. Nvidia is a multinational technology company based in Santa Clara, California, that was born in the early 1990s from the minds of three men. The first is the current CEO of Nvidia, Jensen Huang, a Taiwanese-American electrical engineer who was previously the director of Coreware at LSI Logic and a microprocess designer at AMD. The next is Chris Malonsky, an engineer who worked at Sun Microsystems, and the third is Curtis Preem, who was previously a senior staff engineer and graphics chip designer at IBM and Sun Microsystems. Those are quite the resumes. In 1993, these three brainiac co-founders believed that the proper direction for the next wave of computing was graphics-based accelerated computing. Why? Because it could solve problems that general-purpose computing could not. Because the 1990s were really strapped for good cyber cinema. Surely Hollywood could do better than the original version of Tron. They also observed early on that video games were incredibly computationally challenging and would benefit from the use of Nvidia's high-end graphics cards, resulting in incredibly high sales. It seems like Nvidia is always in the right place at the right time and always able to provide their high-end chips first to the internet industry, then the gaming industry, then the crypto industry, and now the AI industry. That's a pretty impressive track record. Okay, ready to geek out with me? Essentially, Nvidia Corp engages in the design and manufacture of computer graphics processor, chipset, and related multimedia software. Its graphic processing units, or GPUs, consist of product brands such as GeForce for gamers, Quadro for designers, and DGX for AI data scientists. This professional line of GPUs is used in workstations for applications used by super smart people in the fields such as architecture, engineering, construction, media and entertainment, automotive, scientific research, manufacturing and design, and YouTube content creators. Nvidia's shocking sales guidance, more than 50% above the $7.15 billion analysts anticipated in the second quarter of 2023, has catapulted its market capitalization to over $1 trillion. This impressive valuation was achieved in large part due to the growth and demand of AI chips. Thanks to its AI tools, Nvidia has become the supplier for companies seeking to integrate AI into their products. I don't know whether the writers who were on strike in Hollywood this summer are all too happy with Nvidia's technology, but I know Wall Street's pretty pumped. And let me be the first one to wish you a happy AI takeover day for those who celebrate. Let's take a look at some other trillion-dollar valuation companies and their growth. There's fewer than 10 companies that have ever achieved a $1 trillion market cap, and every one of them has faced dips at some point along the way. Right now, there's only 5 companies listed on the U.S. Stock Exchange with a $1 trillion or more valuation. They include Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, Alphabet, or Google out there, and Nvidia. Now, a short disclaimer. For the purposes of this report, we haven't included Saudi Aramco in this trillion-dollar list, even though it has a market capitalization of $7.83 trillion, because we're focusing on tech companies here on the U.S. exchanges. Let's talk about Apple for a minute. Apple was listed among the Fortune's 50 most powerful companies in the world for several years running. But Apple's humongous price in the stock market pie didn't last for long. The company's valuation sank below $800 billion in 2019 after it was the first company ever to hit $1 trillion in August of 2018. However, Apple stock did rise again in 2019, and the company's market capitalization reached $1.3 trillion by the end of December. Many analysts predict that Apple stock will continue to grow in the future. All you have to do is look at the latest data. Apple became the first company in the United States to reach a valuation of $2 trillion on August 19, 2020. And on January 3, 2022, Apple became the first U.S. company to reach $3 trillion valuation. Apple's market capitalization is higher than the GDP of entire countries like Italy, Canada, Australia, and Brazil. So back to Nvidia. What's next for them? Well, the company hinted that the next big trend is in graphics chips. During the recent Computex 2023 event, they showcased their latest innovation, Nvidia's Avatar Cloud Engine, or ACE, for games, which supports natural language for input and responses. This shows the company's dedication to advancing AI integration. Additionally, Nvidia introduced a DGX GH200 supercomputer, powered by their latest Grace Hopper superchip, which can deliver high-performance AI solutions. And that's something to geek out about. Although there might be fluctuations in the stock market, Nvidia's strong financial performance, including over $2 billion in profit reported during the last quarter, showcases its position as a leading player. I'm your host, Chris Thompson, and that's it for our show today. Be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to hit the bell icon to get the latest updates from IRL Media News.